So everyone says that Meghan Markle is a monster, a trollop, an evil woman that likes to bully her staff, scream and shout at them, called Kate Middleton every name under the sun, made her cry, slammed the door in her face when Kate came round with the flowers and apologised, threw the apology card in the bin. No, the Duchess of Sussex, that's not her. How the press have portrayed her, this photo completely quashes what they've just said. I mean, you can't top this picture. This picture just speaks so many volumes of what Meghan is really like. And it's clear on the children's faces. Look. So this was at Buckingham Palace, Troop in the Colour 2022, and Meghan was watching from the inside of the palace, and Meghan was playfully entertaining the children, and the young royals included Zara Tindall's children, Mia, age 8, and Lena, aged 3, and also Peter Phillips's daughter, Savannah, age 11. She was with Meghan. And you can just see that the children were so happy to be in Meghan's presence. Their eyes and their faces were lit up. Look how happy they are. They're so happy that she's talking to them and connecting with them. And you know what children are like. Children can sense kind people, genuine people. And if she was such a monster as the press were portraying her to be, then why aren't the children looking worried? Why aren't they looking traumatized? Why aren't they crying their eyes out? Why aren't they saying, oh, Meghan shouted at me, oh, Meghan made me cry, oh, Meghan... There's nothing. So all this, oh yes, she's evil, she's a bully, she screams at people, she's a dictator, that photo doesn't corroborate what they're saying, I'm sorry. This one as well, look at that girl's face. Look, she's so happy to be talking to Meghan, and I think it was just nice that the children saw her again, because obviously they'd left and they just came back for Troop in the Colour, and they were like, oh my goodness, it's Meghan. And a lot of people did say when she came back for the Queen's funeral, Princess Charlotte was very happy to see Meghan and Harry. She kept looking over like that at them. So obviously she gives off that lovely warmth, aura that Meghan has always had, and that's why Harry was attracted to her in the first place, because she's very reminiscent of Princess Diana. She's very caring. She shows her empathy. She always wears her heart on her sleeve. She's just a lovely person. You can just tell their smiling faces. Look. And then she's going like that to Meghan. You wouldn't do that, I'm sorry. It's all very well saying, oh, well, how do you know? Well, just look at the photo. Are you saying that's staged? Are you saying that they told the child to smile? Are you going to say that she said, oh, just smile quick? Are you going to lie? Are you going to make that up? Because you can't make that up. That's just so natural. You could tell they were genuinely happy to be next to her, because if they weren't, they'd have gone. They'd have said, no, let's go. I don't want to be next to Meghan. Quick, let's go. But they weren't, and they weren't even her own children, remember? Yet they almost look like they are her children because they're so well connected. Look, they were all interested. They all wanted to speak to her. And Savannah as well, Peter Phillips' daughter, she looked really, really happy with Meghan. She was having a wonderful time. And I just think if that had been Kate there, the children would have either been really miserable, really bored, dull, or the opposite would have been terrified, scared, because we all know what Kate's like behind the scenes. She's got a terrible temper. She shouts at the staff. She screams in their faces. She dictates them, tells them what to do. And they've spun it onto Meghan instead, as we all know. Because if they know it's true about the Princess of Wales, and they've said, well, put the story on Meghan Markle. We know it's true that it's really Kate, but we'll say it about Meghan. We'll say it's her. And then, well, it's the spare's wife. It won't affect the monarchy. But if it was directed on the future Queen of England, then that's going to trash the monarchy. So hence why they've had to say that she's the bully, the narcissist, the one that shouts at the staff and the gardeners and everything. But Savannah looked so happy with Meghan, her dear little face, and that's a true bond. You can't put that on, I'm afraid, for the cameras. Look, her dear little face smiling at Meghan. Look. It was just lovely to see because of all the hate that Meghan was receiving from the other royal members, William and Kate, the British public, probably that day. It's just nice that the children actually made the effort, and they wanted to make the effort and talk to her, because perhaps they saw something that we didn't. Perhaps she was a bit down and lonely and deflated, but it was really nice of all the children. And she's not a monster. Do you really think a horrible woman that shouts at everyone is going to be acting like this around children? And everyone says, oh, well, it's because the cameras are there. Rubbish. She didn't have to. And remember as well, everyone, there's other pictures of this, and the cameras are so far away from Meghan that the pictures have come out really blurry. They're all grainy because they're too far away to get a decent picture. So it's all everyone saying, oh, well, it was done as a PR. No, because the cameras couldn't even get a decent shot. Obviously, they managed to get someone a bit closer, but half the photos came out grainy. And I just think for the children to warm to her like that, it's just not categorically true about her being a narcissist, because Harry wouldn't have married her if she'd have been like that. He said, well, I don't want to marry you because you're being horrible. You're always shouting at me. You're always telling me off. You keep me on a leash. But look, he married her. They've got two children. They're in Montecito. They're having a lovely time. And he told her he loved her the other day. And when you see this photo, it just resonates with you because she really does love children. She always said that she wanted a family. And I think it was just nice that the children were quite supportive towards her, because children are quite like that. They are empathetic. They can sense when someone's a bit down. And they looked on top of the world, they did. They looked absolutely beaming. I mean, look at their faces. They were happy, and it was a happy occasion because it was Troop in the colour. You celebrate. But look at their faces. See how the press portray her as, oh, Meghan, she's evil, she's a bully, she's horrible. Those children weren't getting any of that. They had none of that. It was the opposite, I'm afraid. It was completely, it's almost like they thought, oh my goodness, she's so beautiful. Look at her talking to us. And they were so pleased that she was communicating with them and talking to them and making them smile and happy, because she did. Look at her smile. Look. She's so happy, and look, she's touching her arm to reassure her that everything's all right. And I think if that was Kate, I think it'd be really dense and awkward. Like, oh God, it's Kate Middleton, and we're going to get a decent conversation. But again, Meghan knows how to talk. She knows how to strike up a decent conversation because she's very intellectual and articulate with her words. And Kate's just like, oh, you know, things like that. Oh, how's the weather today? It's a bit boring. But you could just tell by Savannah Phillips, Peter Phillips's daughter, how happy and ecstatic she was that Meghan was standing next to her, because if that girl hadn't have liked Meghan, she wouldn't be going. She wouldn't. And look at that one, and you can just see that everything that the press prints about Meghan is fake, because when they saw this photo, but they thought, well, that doesn't look like how we've been portraying her. And exactly, because it's not true what you've been saying. But a photo like this completely demolishes all that narrative of her being an instigator and everything. She's not like that. She's a kind-hearted person that just wants to do good in life. And if you look at her own children, Lilibet and Archie are absolutely adorable. They're so kind-hearted, those children. I saw a picture last year that she released, and it was Archie kissing Lilibet on the head. Do you see that with Prince George and that lot? Every time Louis waves on the balcony, George gets his hand and shuts it down quickly, like stop waving. And Charlotte did it once in the carriage at Troop in the colour. Louis was waving and Charlotte got his hand and went. The mother of the children, she's like that. They've seen her do that, hence why they're doing it. But Meghan isn't like that. Kate is like that. She's the one that's the bully. And poor Meghan has been given all the bad bits. She's got to take the rap for Kate's appalling behaviour.